do another sealed. I did an Aang pool yesterday. Very airbendy, very blinky, very flyery, very fun. I think we should go in a different direction. Maybe taking a baddie here. Maybe we go bend some earth. You don't choose your pool. You choose 2 seeded packs, and they're seeded by color, and they also have a copy of the uncommon legend that's shown here. So you get like Toph, Zuko, Azula, Katara, or Aang. Yeah, this is what you will get if you go to your local pre-release. It is a seeded pre-release until they run out, and you also get to pick until they run out of like certain colors. You want me to go Azula? Toph? I think we should go Toph. I want to try her. Alright, so we actually ended up opening the rare of her, too. That's kind of nice. So we have Boomy Unleashed. That's nice. This is an Earthbending that gives you an additional combat for your lands. Very cool. Earth King makes a bear. Also can get me some ramp. That's nice. God of Wartime Protesters. Also very good. These are all allies. And this is also ally synergy, but it's going to depend on my fixing. This is fixing. How many colors I can go. Because, like, we could go 4-color allies with this. Or we could just go Gruul Earthbending. And we're going to see what else we have. I got some nice removal. Sold Out is really good. I ended up getting, by the way, the uncommon Azula anyway. Obsessive Pursuit is fun. It's, it gives you many, many clues. You know I could get a clue. Ooh, Haru's really fun, too, for Earthbending, because we do have some allies. He is not an ally, by the way. He is an accidental enemy of the gang. Got Mana Dorks, Ostrich Horses, Origin of Metal Bending, that can protect things. There's the uncommon. That's the one that we were, like, guaranteed in our pool. Oh, cool! We got the duo facing off here. We got the boulder. He's ready. Alexon Vinebender's neat. Mashusi, so I do have some even extra fixing. This is also, I can play this just as a green card. Earth Kingdom Soldier. Notably not allies. Can play that in purely green. The more lesson sagas and shrines I have, the better it gets. Oh, and the Rumble Arena. That's good to Earthbend onto. So I'm going to start with the Gruul base because I really want to add those in. I think it's going to be a cool deck. Like cards like this are a maybe. And then my... I don't like Trusty Boomerang. I wish this weren't a uncommon. The seeded packs, you won't always get the cards in the colors that you picked. All right, so let's take a look here. Turtle Duck, I think, is great. I'll take the Harus even if I don't have that many allies, but I have some really good allies here, like you and you. I do like Mana Dorks. I'll add them in for now. True Ancestry. Sure, let's look things up. Whenever you sacrifice a food, he makes the food. He shuffles himself back in and you get a land. Yeah, all right. Cycle of Renewal is just going to be, like, ramp. There's also some landfall stuff, but pretty minimal landfall. I wouldn't want to put a lot of those in. Ostrich Horses. This is going to be a 3-mana 4/2 or a 3-mana 3/1 that gets you a land. I don't really like Earthbending Lesson that much. Earth Rumble sounds swag. All right, let's go with that. Yes. Boulder, Earth King. Which one is this? Oh, this is like the overrun. The overrun for card draw. That's cute. Wow, we have so much green. That's crazy. I didn't even grab red things yet. Doggy. That is a nice one drop. These are allies. These are allies. I kind of want to try this. I don't actually think it would be going that well, though. Cat Armadillo. That's its creature type. Cunning Maneuver could be an okay combat trick. If I wanted to go like more into allies, it would be in white, but especially without, you know, big fixing, I have things like this. I don't like it. Looking at my curve and my colors. Abandoned Attachments is also nice because it lets you filter. I still have these over here. And this as well. I have a good number of lessons so far. Let's swap our view. It's too many fours. I think we're gonna go down on a Haru. I have had some really great decks for a Haru. I just don't think this is one because so many of my creatures just happen to not be allies. If you're more in white, that's where allies are. White, blue, and green all have a lot of allies. Oh, that's such a fun card. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong color here. This does not give trample. What am I doing to Haru? I'm cutting him. Cutting him from the deck. Tragic, I know. These are great because they trade into so many different things. I do like that I have like the power 4 or greater. Whenever you cast any spell. If you look at my creature types, we have a good number there, and I have the extra ally synergy of 4-time protesters. I'm trying to decide if I want to put in like Gurupathic, because I think it would be good. But right now, I'm so heavy on 4s, and it doesn't lean into the theme of power 4 or more, which I have a lot of here. This is just kind of generic removal, but it is able to deal with anything. Something like Earth Kingdom Soldier is also totally bringable, and it's essentially a 4/5 that has vigilance and buffs something else up if you have something else. I don't think I even need Cycle of Renewal. This is mostly a protective spell, but it's also a bit of a combat trick. It's just a bit of recursion. Since I have the 2 pieces of ramp, that is nice. Would all 4s make the Tigerdillo good? So the Tigerdillo, it is part of the like power 4 theme. It is a 2-drop 4/3, but unless I'm following up like immediately with something in power 4 more, it does nothing. I think it's just too risky to play. Even though I have like ways to Earthbend my way up to like a 4-power land. Or like, I don't know, activate Turtle Duck. I'm gonna go down a Vinebender. Possibly up one of the tricks. Maybe up another Ostrich Horse. And this could be a cool, like, finisher. The invasion tactics. Earthbending lesson, again, it just turns your land into 4 power. That's kind of nice. Or adds 4 power onto a land. Kind of like Pillar Launch. It's a bit more of a defensive trick. But since flyers are very scary in this set, and I really don't have much with reach, I want to add that in. The cards that say top under them are the ones that were opened in her seeded pack. So, like, a lot of the ones that were in green, I don't think it shows it down here, were in the seeded pack. But we also opened a lot of these not in the seeded pack. And how many lessons do I currently have? 2. Okay. Let's keep it. Ship it. See how it goes. I did some earthbending in draft and in sealed. Let's see how this one is. We also might need to wait a few minutes for a match since it is the second day. Oh! No, we don't. People are active. I love that. Hi, Boomy. I do like they captured how crazy he looks. Oh, are you gonna firebending lesson? These citizens? Aang, no! Aang just killed those guys. So they have a Haru out. Boomy also has abs. Yes, he does. And he's got that old man crazy. He's over 100 years old. Don't ask how he lived that long. You also have haste, right? Yeah. Morning, Vonderhide. Good eatin'. Good eatin'. It's sweet that this untaps all the lands, even if you're not taking the extra combat. But I have the Rumble Arena, which should really help. Also, he gets haste off Wartime Protesters. Also, +1/+1 counter, so it won't die blocking there. Nice. Okay, this is perfect. We Earthbend on the Rumble Arena. I'm going to swing in just with Boomy. He's all untapped. Only this can attack. But now I have, like, the pillar launch. If they wanted to block, it won't work. Or I should say, it would hurt. Earthbending can be very aggressive. Like, you saw in that game, I got a fast start. They even killed my mana dork, but I curved out really well. Pumping up that dirt. Turn 1. Turtle Duck. Hopefully I get lands. What's this? Protesters into Boomy was a really great lineup. Yeah. I have a bunch of on-attack triggers. Like Boulder and Earth King. You want to Earthbend fetch lands? Yes, you can get them back. Simo just sent me something about Yu-Gi-Oh! Shipping names. Yeah, I told Simo about those. I was educating him. I was giving him knowledge. Earth and Ally. Nice rare. If they get all of the colors. So I'm going to swing in here. It was a bluff. Earthbender Ascension. Ooh, once they get a bunch of landfall triggers, this would be a reason, by the way, to run, like, the lesson that sacrifices and gets more lands. You get this, like, Bristly Bill, Scythe Cat Cub, whatever. Landfall equals counters. It's real good. So next turn, I could actually activate this to get another Power 4 creature for the boulder. How do you do, fellow the boulder? If only I had green mana. We want to do it before declaring attackers. I technically don't need to attack with this, but like I activated it, so I'm going to. I want to be the aggressor here. Are we trading boulders into each other? Are we letting kings perish? He would take himself down. Yeah, that's the pebble. Platypus bear. There is not a lesson in the graveyard. Sparring dummy. I'm sorry. The Melon Lord. Allies at last. That's a good bite spell. And then that boulder we killed. Okay, cool. So now I have enough mana for Boomy. I'm just playing him. Yeah. And I will Earthbend onto the same land I already have animated. Yeah, we were trading rocks. They very much don't have 5 colors right now. They're I think, color locked because this is all green mana, or this could be a mono green deck. The seeded packs can kind of push you toward like, oh, I have a ton of stuff in one color. Like you saw, I'm mostly mono green. Till we added some cool readies. Readied up with the red. How's the set for Brawl? I think there's a couple cool legends for Brawl, but for the most part, I think a lot of this set and the Jumpstart set have legends that aren't super well suited for Brawl's environment based on their power level, their abilities, things like that. Some of them have like nice enter the battlefield. Some of them have cool theming. I feel like there's a lot of synergies you can build around that are like based on the set mechanics, like Aang caring about when you like firebend, earthbend, airbend, whatever, but not wanting to actually play those just because the environment's a little too slow. Now, if you're playing standard Brawl, that's fine. Okay, so I had another allies at last. They killed Boomy. I think I'm just gonna bring him back. I can't play him this turn, and I could either do this, or just crack that open. I'm just gonna chill here. This way I'm holding up the turtle duck mana so I can block and activate. Naya Artifacts with Toph is... It is a really weird brew because lands typically don't have a lot of synergy and overlay with artifacts. This is the Naya Toph. Which means that if you really want to build that as a deck, it's gonna be a hard brew. I think it works a lot better in Commander. We actually have better cards for it too. Artifacts that dig for lands. There's some, but there's not that many that are what you were looking for. I would say that it is a brew that just might not work out super well, which is too bad. Lets me loop the true ancestry. That's fun. It's your girl, Summer. Thank you for the 2-month resub. I'm gonna have the... Do I want to kill their land or trade into sentries here? I'm gonna trade the sentries. and then start swinging. How does Boomy work with Ashaya? It untaps all your creatures, and they can all attack because they're all lands. You ended on going too hard with tough. Artifacts could be a trap. Yeah, because, like, you want to have land synergies that are based on artifacts, and there's even some lands that get you, or some artifacts, like vehicles that get you lands. It's just kind of limited, and that's what makes it hard as a build. And then, like, earthbending them is, yeah, it's a good thing to do. Oh, you needed to block Boomy with that land and chump block the others, because now this mountain's coming at you. They're gonna get one landfall trigger off that. Teehee. Yeah, there's a lot of cheap artifacts in Commander that aren't in Brawl. I'm gonna throw her down. And I'll grab Earth Rumble and drop the Mindbender. All right. And we're just going to swing in. Don't need to do anything else. Sure. The duck craves violence. That's what we'll do. Good game, person whose name I can't read. But yeah, I think Toph's going to be one of the hardest, like... That's this one in the background right here. I think that people are going to request it, and I'm not going to be building it right away because I need to figure out where I can do things with it and how to get it survive. It's the kind of thing that I think it's going to get... I feel like it's going to be too slow for Historic Brawl just because of the card options we have, but there's going to be some nuts, hands, and synergies that you can get. Her name was Shiru? Cool. This is a human ally. That's just like a spare account. All right, so I have turn 2 this into this. That's going to let me earthbend. That's great. Boop. Nice. Allies! They're all allies. This, by the way, is going to give them so much card draw, and they can protect it with this. Lateral strategist. You attack with 2 things, you draw a card. Nice. Earth Rumble. Perfect. Let's start bending some earth. Yeah, some people were experimenting with Cat Oven with the card I revealed, the bounty hunters, right? Because there's a bunch of sacrifice infinites with it. Yeah. Aw, my cool blocker! Dang, so they'll get to draw. By the way, I'm telling you, they're going to get some card draw off that. If I Earth Rumble here, I'd be able to hit that. Instead, I'm going to go with her. Or do I want... No, because I don't have anything in the graveyard yet. I'm going to go with the Vinebender, since this is a better blocker against these. And just keep stacking on the Rumble Arena. I do have removal for Aang's Iceberg in my deck. I have the lesson that can destroy, I think, an artifact or enchantment. Oh, airbent. Okay. Cost 2, can recast it. Airbending's so rude. I had a lot of fun, like, juggling my airbent cards yesterday in my 4-color deck. Oof, taken 6. A bunch of allies. I'm trying to decide if I want to attack with this first. If I do, I would not be able to play that if they block it. Like, if they block enough to kill it. It would be trading him into it. Gonna animate another land now. Yeah, that's the situation. If I had even more allies, doing like Haru going wide and then playing one of those big overrun cards could have been cool. Like that the elements got animations, me too. Mono White's been getting more and more card draw over the years. Good for you, Mono White. Oh, dang, they have an Airbender Ascension? Please stop airbending this. Okay, so now I can't, like, quadruple or triple block that. I don't think they're gonna give up the protector for that. I will trade this, and I will chump block, though. Why didn't they airbend the land? This one would have been able to do it. This one wouldn't have. But I guess it's just their choice. If I can get them to give up the protector here. And now I don't have an attack, so we chill. Yeah, they have 7 lands, and I have 5. I would like more. Hey, Boomy. Swinging in for 7. Great. Yeah, this Vinebender's been bounced a whole bunch. Dang, they on that mono white. They're not actually drawing much off this. I guess it is just a mono white deck. That's so weird. Weird to me. Get to start swinging with these big lands. They had that aggro. They were able to deal some really good damage. They've drawn off him. They've protected him. But they haven't had many creatures enter, so they don't have like the end step blinks either, which would be gaining them more life, drawing cards. Maybe they're color screwed? I don't know. This feels like a mono white deck to me. And I think that you want to be at least 2 colors in this set. That's not to say, like, I think this person actually has great cards from what I have seen to go mono white. And they probably also have the uncommon Aang. Because they probably picked the white seed. All right, cool. So we're winning that one. That's nice. Three wins. Oh, chat's talking about how to kill the lands. So if you airbend a land, by the way, it doesn't come back because you can't cast it. But you can it just leaves and re-enters unless you've removed its ability. So we're talking about they're talking in chat, if you use Ultima the creature, or Ultima the board wipe. I think they both remove abilities, right? No, that one's the one that just exiles. And exile, it comes back. It's just if you remove its abilities, then it won't. Is this the first time I've done sealed packs on Arena? Second time. They did it for Tarkir? Yeah, Tarkir. Do I want to ramp into this? Yeah, I want to ramp. The board wipe that ends the turn? Yeah, because the I guess trigger on the stack for it to come back wouldn't happen. We're ramping. This is, by the way, also ramp North Pole Patrol. You can untap your own permanents or tap your opponent's permanents. Nice. They did not go for tapping this. Okay. And they destroy an attacking creature? Yes, they are. What's this? North Pole Patrol could be an infinite mill with Paku and a Soul Cauldron with 2 creatures on board. As long as they all have counters on them. Good for them. So this is part of why I wanted Pillar Launch. Because they're being tricksy, ain't they? Doesn't untap during its untap step, huh? Oh no. Chat, it has Vigilance. Tempest! Saga, thank you for the sub. I don't need it to untap. They can tap it again, except I'm gonna kill this. Or try to. Are you an ally? Dang, so they'll keep it alive. Still totally worth it. Yip, yip. Heck yeah. I can destroy the enchantment here. I think that's a good idea. Oh, it's an instant. So if they spend their turn tapping this down so it won't untap, I just get rid of the Watery Grasp. They're tapping the boulder so I don't get his trigger. Talking about my Bargler event? Bargler of the Coast? I don't know what the barker of the coast is. Oh, Ray FK is the head of social media at Wizards? He is? Huh. So I guess it's because he works for Wizards of the Coast. I believe this person was at my table during the draft. So a little bit of a slow hand. That's not the worst. Fine, turtle. Gain some life. It's ramp. This can also be ramp. This ramp I'd probably do next turn. Couple of 2/2s. What's up, JK Rules? I got apple. I'm just gonna start with the swinging. I don't know if this is counter magic or what. Cool. My cabbage merchant has resolved. How's the bending going? I mean, we're getting bent. Or something. Nice. They got a 4/3 now. So I could hold Origin of Metal Bending up as a trick and go in with two things here. Instead, I'm going to put the counters on you and you. This will buff her up enough that she would trade into the Vine Bender. And swing in. By the way, this cannot attack or block until there's 3 or more lessons. So we are pretty far from that. Now they have 2 mana. Dang. A defensive maneuver. I don't know the tricks in this set too well yet. Because guess what? It's brand new. But you will see some. This is also hexproof? Yeah. Hexproof untaps +1/+1. Crashing wave for X equals 3. They put a stun counter on each of the 3 creatures. Stunning my land? Rude. But I'm gonna reveal my true ancestry, which is just the same lady again. Yeah! And I'm gonna earthbend onto the same land, because the bigger it is, the bigger this is. Serpent of the Past gets discounted, right? Yeah, for each non-creature non-land in their graveyard, it costs less. They got themselves a 6/5. I would like to go for Boomy here, but I like using Origin of Metal Bending as a trick. So all 3 of these are going to go in. Great. Want to take out that big critter? Fine with trading her away. I have enough mana for the horse or for this. Okay, I did mill land. I will grab that. Plus the total counters on land's not just my biggest one. Oh, that's true, but I think in this circumstance where it's like they were playing some chunkies, I like making things big. Yeah, total number of counters on lands. She counts all the lands you control, yeah. Somebody was talking about like, oh, you can use her with Nissa who shakes the world. You could. Earthbending Prodigy. She's tapped. You get a counter on her. Cool. And she can water bend to draw cards. I'm gonna make her block. I'm swinging in with everything. And I'm just gonna use the food here. My cabbages. I just wanted to see what it was like. I think you should have a voice line. I don't think Viacom authorized like any voice lines or sound effects for this other than like stock ones, which is too bad. Giant koi. What is it? It's a real big fish. So they have 2 blockers. I have considerably more attackers. I'll just go in. Unless they got a 1 mana instant speed lesson. Oh, wait, but they'd have to tap to cast it. So yeah, that doesn't do anything. And we win. Nice. Get big land. Get big dirt. I've got 2 green, a Ducky, Haru, Audience. I've got ramp here, which is nice. Turtle Duck OP. No, Turtle Duck is not an ally. Turtle Duck craves violence. I'm going to go for the ramp here. Just because I didn't draw another land. I'm ready for Bosco. By the way, the bear token's not legendary. If you airbend the Earth King... Well, you already know. Boop. Bear. So this dude, he can block and keep coming back. He's the merchant from the fishing village. That's everything. He'll sell you a boat. He'll sell you a fish. What do you need? But he's a different guy each time. I mean, they're definitely not the same guy. That's Shu. Who would win? Just a bear or a turtle duck? They would tie! The baby turtle ducks are 0/4s. The mother becomes the 4/4. I'm doing that while I still have a 4-power thing out. I'm just gonna buff up the turtle duck. This will get me a land. I'm ramping. No, you have death touch. No! You have death touch. Don't do that. Maybe they really wanted him in the graveyard? Alright, so they are a black-white deck. Makes sense with this. That's a sacrifice thing. Yeah. Sometimes your opponents make questionable decisions. Before combat? Actually, I can attack with that. everybody except for, actually, you can go in too, because I have the mana. All right. That goes away. It's got a fire-breathing ability. Yeah, remember, this is a brand new set, so people are still learning what the cards are, how they do. Expect misplays. Earth King is doing a great job clearing out lands from my deck, though, and helping build up my mana. There is a card that gets discounted based on things in graveyard. I think there's one for creatures and one for non-creatures. I might be thinking of a card in Jumpstart, though. Oh, wait, Esper? Hey, May! If I cast a non-creature spell, I will lose 2 life. Buddy, order. This is symmetrical. Again, learning experience. A painful learning experience. Six wins so far. Let's see if we can bring it to 7. I know a lot of people are going to call her Mai, because that's usually how Mai is spelled. But her character's name is May, if I remember right. That's Rough Buddy is hopefully going to be like a text emote when the set comes out. It was a lesson. Hee. I can't read that name. I like your Dina, though. Dina's in Dragons. Momo! I'm actually gonna use the Rumble here. I don't want another land. So they're gonna make their flyer nice and strong. As I said before, like, we need to be scared of flyers. Thankfully, wall top sentries. And if that one dies, I got a backup. Hi, Appa. Who are you gonna airbend away? The deserters? Okay. So they're trying to trade the 1-drop into this, and guess what? I'm fine with that because I have a second one. I guess I could have tacked in first and been like, tee-hee, go duck. It's Appa. Girded for war. Want to make some ally tokens? No! Wait, man, I need you Earthbend in this Rumble arena. We're about to be aggressive. Be aggressive. Callous Inspector, when it dies, they get a clue and lose a life. And they are again murdering! This time they're murdering Boomy. Who gets the counter? Appa? And are they gonna hold him back to block? No, I don't think so. Yeah. He's a very fast clock. Bear token. Rumble Arena goes in. We're gonna get a land. I have a way to bring back Boomy. 2 ways. Right? No, just one. They have good chump blockers. Oh, chat, the Rumble Arena is on the path to redemption. Yeah, alright. And I do want lots of blockers here. If I commit too much to the attack on the ground, unfortunately, that would leave me open. No, but I have another blocker I can play here. Whee! And one more hit, or a big buff on Appa could take me out. So they only have one hard card in hand, though. I do have a trick that gives reach, and I don't think I have any other cards with reach. Okay, that's more damage than doing this. It's everything I got. The Tree-Trot Stream Fighters should have reach. Go! It was enough! Thank you, Haste. We love you, Haste. It was the perfect... I actually didn't think it was enough damage. I don't know why I thought it was off. I think I forgot about the +1/+1 counters those were getting. I guess we get a 7-0. Nice. Definitely lots of cool cards in this deck. Really strong cards, too. And a lot of good Earthbending synergy, which... Yay! Dirt! I love dirt.